Great. Gareth, what's up, buddy? Hard time, what up, buddy? I had to redo this. Hold up. Jesus Christ, I keep fucking this up. Hank, what's up, bro? You know, man, you ever watch Joey Merlino? He has a little podcast with the guy Snuff. Well, Snuff talks about what the hell, man? Okay, yeah, that's it. Snuff talks about the streets here in Philly. They're terrible, man. They are terrible. There's potholes everywhere, man. I mean, they don't fix them. Main streets going like Frankfurt Avenue, going right, big ass potholes, man. Huge potholes, filth everywhere. You get used to it after a while. You see dirt, garbage blowing across the street and stuff. It's terrible, man. It really is. John Doe, what's up, big guy? Hard timer. I noticed. Oh, okay. Well, actually, it's not me kicking them out. It's my. I have a. What do you call it? A moderator. His name is Global. He's probably watching now, maybe not, but he's the one who kicks him out, and I'm glad he does. I don't want to read that garbage, but I hear the heart, I won't put up with a lot of that. I just think it's ridiculous, Okay, yeah, I heard that. I hear what you're saying. Is it really bad over there in the UK, man? What part of the UK are you? Only thing I know about the UK is London and Liverpool. I've heard of Liverpool and Manchester. Really don't know much about them. I don't know, dude. I just roll with the punches. You know what I mean? I just roll with the punches, John Doe. I don't know what to talk about half the time. Christ, look at my hair, man. That's ridiculous. I need a haircut. Look at that shit. It looks ridiculous. Oh, I was going to wash my clothes tonight, right? And there's a man and his little daughter are sitting in the lobby of my apartment building, right? I'm waiting to get on the elevator with my laundry, and I see a bag of meth. It looked like a bag of meth sitting there laying in the middle of the floor right in front of these people. So I go over and I pick it up. It's a gram of meth for sure. So I took it upstairs with me, threw it out because I don't touch that shit. Hate that stuff, man. Ugh. I can't see. People like it though. There's people that love it, swear by it and all that. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. It's raining like hell outside, right? What the hell? Excuse me. It's my Cash app. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I saw part of it one time. Yeah, Garth. That's what it is, Gareth. It's disgusting, man. Last time I did it, I couldn't sleep for 5 days. Ugh. Ugh. Who the hell wants to live like that? That's terrible, man. Anyway, I watched that show, 60 Days In, where they put a snitch in there. Like, I don't know, man. Do you think these people don't know that this guy's a snitch? I mean, it just doesn't seem plausible to me, man. You ever watch the one? It's in Fulton County, Atlanta, Georgia. I was in the Fulton County jail back in the 70s. It was a 2-story building. Now the new one is like, I don't know, 10, 15 stories. Grams are probably worth about $20. Used to be they were worth a lot of money, but now the world is flooded with meth. Some people just like to tweak, man. It's a disgusting high, man. Really bad. Really, really bad. Really, really bad. Yeah, man. It's ridiculous, John. What are they doing in there? They're supposed to be telling on where the drugs are coming from? So stupid. You don't think the jail guards are going to tip off the inmates? You don't think they're going to do that? And then the way the guy is going to act, he's got it. I mean, it just doesn't. It really doesn't have. It doesn't hold my attention at all. That's what I'm saying, man. It makes no sense. I'm trying to find my black. I blocked some contacts. I said, so Joan. What's her name? June Cook. Are you in here tonight, girl? Have you missed us tonight? What do you have it? Where you at, Hard Timer? I want some of them. I want some meat, man. Where do you have? Where are you? Skip Thompson. How are you, Mike? Skip. Hard Timer, where are you living? You're from Australia, aren't you? You're from Australia, right? Oh, you're in Bogota? No, I never really saw anybody that was that obvious. I mean, there were people that they said were snitches. I'll be honest with you, man. You might get more time if you get caught with a phone. When I got released in '03, and there were just cell phones were really my first job was selling cell phones when I got out in '03, but I think there was one missing one time, and they knew it was somewhere in the prison, but they couldn't find it. But there weren't many cell phones in 2003 like there are today. So I wouldn't know, but from what I've heard, the prisons are flooded with cell phones now. And there's really only two ways they can get in. One is cops bringing it in, or another way would be drones. I mean, I'll tell you a good story, man. I had a friend of mine who was in the California Department of Corrections. I just met a couple of them, bro. A couple of Hell's Angels. I don't remember their names either, but they were famous guys. Nah, I mean, actually, man, it sort of depends. I mean, most people, it depends on the situation, you know. Do you actually get 8 milligram Dilaudid's, hard timer? Started to say something, I forgot what it was. I was going to tell you a story about something. What was I in reference to? In reference to what? Big Jim, I see you. Oh, okay. So the guy he was in a California state prison. This is about 10 years ago. And he's telling me the story, right? He had those, you remember the old phones? They were about this long. They weren't flip phones. They were just like about that wide. They were, you know what I mean? They were getting ready to do a shakedown. So he put two of them up his butt. Right? I'm thinking that's a lot of fucking that's a lot of work, man. You know what I mean? But he got them up there, right? And he forgot to turn them off. And he kept getting text messages, right? Because he had like two of them. So every time you get a text message, it would buzz. And you go, You get another one, it would buzz. And then because he couldn't answer the text messages, right? So he couldn't answer them. He couldn't say, I'm getting sit down. I can't talk to you right now, or whatever. It just kept, and he was just stomped. It was like, it was crazy, I guess. It was funny, man. It was so funny, dude. He was a sharp kid. His father owned a strip club in Sacramento, right? He was a good-looking kid. He used to have all the girls, he had all the girls in the strip clubs and stuff, man. He was a real player, this fucking kid, man. For what, hard timer? For what? Handfuls for what? Prescribed? I guess they prescribe them, huh? Do you come to Philly often, hard timer? I want you to drop some off for me, brother. I need some of those. I really do. Dilaudid is it's a really good imitation. It's an opiate. It's a synthetic opiate. It's equivalent to heroin, really, I would say. When I was a kid, man, they used to have the little 16th grain Dilaudid's. They call them number 4 Dilaudid's today, but they weren't real big like they are today. In them days, they looked like little saccharin tablets. You could throw them in a spoon and they dissolve just like that. You know? They're pretty good. I'd like to have a few. What do you get them for, hard timer? Way More Blues. All right, I'll check it out. Way More Blues. Write it down. Way More Blues. What the fuck is it, parent? Yeah, but sinus. I mean, no. I remember the bennies they used to sell in California when they had the little white crosses, the real skinny thing. They were good. I liked them when I was a kid, anyway. Okay, whatever. I wrote it down, dude. Skip Thompson. Yeah, fellas. I wasn't able to show up last night. I had to work late. So where do you go? You go, where is the produce terminal now? It used to be someplace in South Philly. It's not that cold anymore, Skip. Where is it now? I think it moved, didn't it, Hard Timer? Well, there were always people that could get syringes, like people from the sometimes guys who worked in the medical would get them. Sometimes people on diabetic lines would get them. They'd be around. ARF. Is it ARF? Oh, Jesus. I haven't heard on that guy, man. He might be working with the feds. He probably is. I did. I set up and they grow quick. That's one thing I can say about a store. They grow quickly. You make a lot of money on a store. Everything is like 2 for 1 or 3 for 2. Everything that's in the commissary, like bags of chips, uh, candy bars, Zuzus and Wham Whams, all that stuff. Little Debbie's, Ho Ho's, Ding Dongs. June, you're here. Thank you. Good for showing up. T Mac, what's up, Mike? What's up, T Mac? We couldn't start without you. All right. This tattoo is finally starting to heal, man. It was so bad that when I was like, if I laid down on the bed and got up to try to walk to the bathroom, my leg, I had to steady myself. That's how much pain I was in, just from the tattoo itself. Yeah, I mean, you can turn it into money. Yeah. Um, Books of stamps count as money in prison. Used to be cigarettes, but they've done away with cigarettes. And stamps are much easier to hide than cigarettes. So books of stamps, which normally I don't know what they cost, but when I was there, they were about $7 a book, but they would only count as a $5. So 20 books would be 100. But you could use them to bet, on sports, on football tickets. That's a big hustle in prison to the sports tickets. And then of course you could sell them. You know, like somebody needs, like let's say, get a paw print for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Well, you need about $1,000, $1,500 to start a football ticket. You need at least that much because if you get hit, you know, right the first week out, you know. But let's say I like to buy things. Okay. Oh, do you really? Listen to this. I'll tell you something. Anyway, you know, let's say like this guy here, he likes to bet on the games, right? But he don't have no stamps. So he goes to somebody that's got like the store guy, let's say, who's got a lot of stamps. Give me 100, give me $200 worth of stamps. And he has the money sent to the store guy, you know? And, you know, so now the guy's got like 40 books of stamps. He can use them to buy whatever he wants. He can buy drugs. He can, you know, if drugs are available, he can buy. He could bet games. He can buy whatever. It's currency, you know. So, but he has the money sent to the store guy from his people on the street. You know what I mean? Uh, tell you what I did, man. I used to have a laundry bag. T Mac, you tell me if this ain't. I'm sure you've done this. Oh, really? Okay, that's double what it cost when I left prison, bro. Okay, so I guess right now, I'm guessing in prison right now, a book of stamps is, even though you pay 15 for it, and it's only worth $10 when you do trades. You know what I'm saying? But T Mac, listen, I used to keep a clean laundry bag for clean clothes and a dirty laundry bag for dirty clothes. And if I had a stash, I'd put it in the dirty clothes bag and I roll it up in some dirty socks, right? Because who really wants to go through your dirty underwear and stuff? You do what I'm saying? Shakedowns and stuff. You know what I mean? When I got home from prison, right, I still have my laundry bags. I took them home with me. And I did the same thing when I got home that I did in prison. Like if I had money or drugs that I didn't want to, I would hide them I put them in the dirty socks and hang them up on a closet door, you know. Did the same thing, man. Well, like if you're running a store, okay, John. Yeah, I loved it. I loved the Bronx Tale. So if you're running a store, you give a guy one box. You give a guy 2 boxes of Little Debbie's. He got to give you 3 back. You see what I mean? Some people do 2 for 1, but that's a little strong. People with business acumen will give you 3 for 2. You know, that's a better deal, and they don't feel like they're getting robbed that way. You know what I mean? Somebody's hungry, they'll pay. You know what I mean? And you got to remember, you got people who make a couple $100 a month in the factory, Unicorn, so they don't mind. You know. So Alfie Zaza, what's up, brother? So that's how it works, man. You know, and a store builds very quickly, very quickly. Within 2 months, you won't know where to keep all the food, man. You know what I mean? Uh, so that's how it works. Now, of course, like I say, the store man makes money. Um, And the guy that runs the football tickets and the basketball tickets, they make money. You know, that's the big money right there. You know, and everybody's waiting for the drugs to come in. You know, everybody knows when, like, you know, I remember when we were in Raybrook, there was a Chinese guy. They call him the Chinaman, and he would hit like once every 2 months, but he'd get like grams of that gold, just beautiful heroin, man. He charged 500 a gram. So what would that be? That'd be 100 books of stamps in them days. You know what I mean? The guys that ran the football ticket, yeah, they would have it. You know. People don't stop hustling when they get to prison. That's for sure. You know. Drugs, man. Drugs are the most popular item in the prison. You know. Drugs. Besides drugs, nothing. What else? There's nothing. I mean, you know, you can buy sneakers and, you know, depending on where you're at, what they sell in the commissary. Sometimes you can get nice sweatsuits. Um, I think the Bureau of Prisons, they used to have you know, nice different kinds of sweatsuits, sneakers and stuff. But they abolished all that. They went to strictly gray sweatsuits, and they limited type of sneakers and stuff like that. You know, I mean, noodles. I mean, people make noodles, yeah, but Jim, you go to parks, do you? Do you go to the horse racing part of where they do the horse races there? Of course, Alfie, you know that. Do you bet on those horses, Jim? I've never been on a horse race. I heard they don't have any more dog races. See, I don't even know how that works. You say 6 to 1. Yeah. See, I don't really know how it works on horse races, bro. I really don't. You go to parks a lot. I live like 10 minutes from parks, man. You go to parks. You don't do it online. I've heard shit like that, Gareth. I don't know if it's something that they really do or not. I've heard of people like putting it in onions, onion juice, and that keeps the wound from closing up. I don't even like to think about shit like that, you know. Okay, 200. That's 6 to 1 when you bet 200. I guess it is, huh? I was gonna go I wanted to go to the dog tracks in Florida. But they don't run the dogs anymore down in Miami, do they? Do they still have dog racing in Miami? What the fuck is going on here? It ended. Dog racing in Florida ended in 2018. Okay. All right. I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was like. I didn't know they were hurting the animals. I didn't know that. Uh-huh. High alive. Yeah, I seen that. That's a big thing in Miami, huh? They bet on that a lot, don't they? Okay. Huh. Uh, Here in Philadelphia, I like De Villa Roma. They got great Italian food. The prices are reasonable. There's a big menu. Yeah. I went down there last week and it wasn't open, so I went to forget the name of the place, was it? It's another Italian restaurant. And I wasn't happy with what I got. It was a small little place. It didn't have what the hell is it? It's right there on the corner of Christian and Ninth and Christian. Yeah, I have all the other addictions, man. If I was to start gambling, Jesus, I've always wanted to learn how to play baccarat, though. We have Texas Roadhouse, bro. Um, Another thing, am I freezing now? Am I freezing? I live right across the street from. Okay, I mean you get cheesesteaks everywhere, bro. It's just you, June. It seems like. Um, I live right across the street from a very famous uh, roast beef place. Hold up. What's the famous roast beef place in Philly? Nick's. I live right across the street from Nick's. But it ain't the original Nick's. The original Nick's is down South Philly. Nick's roast beef is right across the street from where I live. Yeah. Excuse me. No, I went down there looking for it last week. It wasn't open. And when it did open, it was like lines were around the block. I don't know why. A cheesesteak is a cheesesteak, bro. There's no difference. What's that dog? What is it? I like the what? Quarter horses? Circus of drunks out. Yeah, of course I did. It must. Yeah, they do have them. Are they any good, Carabas? Are they good? I've never been to one. Trying to think of the other one here. I'm telling you, cheesesteak is a cheesesteak, bro. Nah, I try not to make enemies, you know? No, but my girl loves that. Tiramisu, she loved it. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. I got a friend here. He's a little guy. He's from Peru or one of them countries down in South America. He's a little dude, man. He's a jockey, right? He used to be. Now he walks horses. He's he works at the racetrack. He works at the racetrack. So he works at the racetrack. He walks the horses. He exercises the horses. They pay him like nothing, you know. But he also fixes cars on the side. Um, and he used to be a real jockey, you know. What kind of food is it? Is it Italian food, carabas, or what? What kind of food they sell at Carabas? It's an Italian joint. Okay, good. Uh, yeah, I do. And you know what, man? You know what I make? Uh, I always have a big pot of split pea soup in the refrigerator. I made one yesterday. I make one about every 3 days. It takes me about an hour and a half to make a pot. I got to chop up all the veggies, you know, and all that stuff. But it cooks. It takes about an hour and a half altogether. But whenever I want, you can make a big bowl of this. It fills you up, but it doesn't put weight on you, and it's full of protein. Um, it's really good for you. So that's one of my favorite meals now. I make that. I make everything. I make whatever I want. You know. This here, I just told you, dog. That's it. You know, spaghettis. I can make uh, uh, fettuccine with clam sauce. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna have to try to make lentils again, man. I'm gonna have to try making lentils again because I like lentils. I think I screwed them up the last time I made them, so you know, it's great. It's great. But I got to learn to make the lentils now, you know, because that's like akin to the. It's like you know, it's the next thing to the split pea. Yeah, you know, I cooked spaghetti and stuff. You know, I've gone been to AC a couple of times. I'm not. It doesn't. Yeah, I'm 90% Southern Italian, 5% Greek, 5% Albanian. Well, guys, I'm going to shut her down here in about a minute. Um, I still have to get. I got something I have to do, but it's not hard, bro. I got it. I got the recipe off of Google, Alfie. It's not hard. Just follow the directions, you know. The big thing is cutting up all the vegetables first. Look what I got. I bought this for $10, man. Put it in there. You know what I mean? I got the cheapest thing they had, man. $10. Okay, John Doe. Listen, guys, I'm going to shut it down. I'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. All right. Good night, and everybody have a nice day.